Have you ever wondered what it really means when you see a woman making her way through life on her own? Does it speak of failure? Or could it whisper something else entirely? Our culture has this peculiar habit of sizing people up by counting heads. How many surround them? Who stands beside them? As though being by yourself were something to remedy, instead of something chosen with intention. But there's a kind of beauty, even holiness, in watching someone move through her days unaccompanied, carving out her existence without leaning on another's arm. Being on your own doesn't mean you've been cast off or left behind. It means you've said yes to something set apart, something quiet and deep. When you're surrounded by silence instead of voices, you finally hear yourself. Not the recycled opinions you've absorbed from everyone else, not the expectations that have been handed to you, but your own heart's actual language. This quiet place becomes where everything comes into focus. You separate what you genuinely think from all the cultural static, and you stumble upon reserves of courage you didn't know were there. Real friendship, the kind that goes bone deep, is as scarce as it is valuable. But scarcity doesn't equal worth in every case, does it? A woman who's learned to walk her path alone grasps this distinction. She's not interested in collecting casual relationships like trading cards. She wants the real thing. Connection that resonates in her chest, that speaks truth even when truth is uncomfortable. And if that hasn't shown up yet in her life, she doesn't crumble. She knows her value doesn't shrink just because no one's currently there to witness it. Choosing this solitary journey is really about embracing who you actually are. Every single one of us was made different, specific, unrepeatable. And often it's when we're by ourselves that this specific design becomes clearest. The woman walking her road alone isn't trying to squeeze herself into whatever shape the masses approve of. She's living proof that there's something magnificent in being exactly who you were created to be. Now, let's be clear about something. Choosing solitude isn't the same as rejecting people altogether. A woman who spends time alone doesn't hate community or despise companionship. She's simply learned to recognize when it's right to step back, to withdraw into her own interior world. She understands that life moves in patterns. Sometimes you're meant to link arms with others, and sometimes you need to walk your stretch of road solo. It's a rhythm, like breathing in and breathing out. Solitude isn't just about the physical absence of other people. It's a particular state of existence that lets you sink down deep into your own being. For someone who's chosen this path, alone time isn't an empty hole demanding to be stuffed with distractions. It's more like blank paper, waiting for her to sketch her inner landscape. When external noise gets stripped away, what's left is startlingly clear. Her actual thoughts, her genuine emotions, the core of who she is. This creates an environment where she can see herself honestly, not through anyone else's eyes, not as she wishes she appeared, but as she truly exists in her unfiltered, real self. In these quiet spaces, she discovers strength she didn't know she possessed. When you face the world without the cushion of company, you develop resilience almost without trying. Every step forward becomes a small rebellion against the terror of being alone. Every choice made without consulting a committee strengthens her confidence in her own judgment. Solitude becomes her teacher in self-sufficiency, a quality that forms the bedrock of character and becomes a spring of assurance that never runs dry. She stops depending on external voices to confirm her decisions or provide a sense of belonging. Instead, she constructs an inner refuge that outside circumstances can't demolish. The world looks at solitude sideways, often confusing it with loneliness or thinking it means something's gone wrong. But these are completely different experiences. Loneliness is that ache for connection, that hunger to be recognized and understood. Solitude, though, that's a deliberate pulling away, a conscious decision to create distance from all the commotion. For a woman who's chosen to walk alone, this difference matters enormously. She's not withdrawing because she's desperate or socially unsuccessful. She's embracing this space because it lets her grow, contemplate, and build inner peace. This choice takes real courage because it runs contrary to everything our society celebrates. The constant connectivity, the perpetual busyness, the packed schedules. Being alone also opens up room to explore what you're actually here for. Without the constant hum of other people's presence, you can turn your attention inward and ask questions that usually get buried under daily obligations. What really drives me forward? What matters to me at the deepest level? What values do I actually hold? These seem like simple questions, but the answers end up shaping everything. The clarity that emerges from solitude doesn't just fade away. It changes you fundamentally. It helps you line up your actions with your beliefs, to chase after goals that truly resonate with your soul, instead of goals that look good on paper. Solitude feeds creativity and original thinking. History overflows with stories of people whose greatest breakthroughs came during stretches of aloneness. A woman walking alone taps into this creative reservoir, not because she's copying someone else's pattern, but because solitude clears space for inspiration to arrive. Without distractions pulling at her attention, her mind can wander freely, dream without limitations, imagine possibilities that aren't obvious or immediate. Whether she's an artist, a thinker, or simply someone trying to live with authenticity, her time alone becomes rich soil where ideas take root and flourish. There's another crucial aspect here: mastering your own emotions. When you're with other people, your feelings get influenced by their reactions. An argument might spiral because someone else escalated it. A kind word might temporarily inflate your self-esteem. But in solitude, you learn to sit with your feelings without any interference. You become intimately familiar with your emotional terrain. What triggers you? What frightens you? What brings you genuine joy? This awareness gives you power. It lets you move through difficult situations with grace and steadiness, unshaken by external turbulence. You stop relying on others to manage your emotional state. You become your own stabilizing force. Solitude also deepens the connection between you and your spiritual core. Without all the worldly chatter, you find space to reflect on the deeper mysteries, to search for meaning, to reach towards something larger than yourself. Whether this takes the form of prayer, meditation, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation, it's often in these alone times that you feel closest to God or whatever you understand as divine. This spiritual anchoring becomes both comfort and compass, reminding you that even in your aloneness, you're not truly isolated. Choosing solitude is really an act of self-respect. When you decide to walk alone, you're declaring that your own company has value, even without anyone else present. You're stating that you're sufficient, that your worth doesn't hinge on friends' approval or society's validation. In this space, you learn to value your own voice, to celebrate your wins, and to extend grace to yourself when you stumble. This self-respect becomes the foundation for healthier relationships eventually, because you won't be seeking people out of desperate need. You'll be choosing connection from a place of genuine desire. True friendship is treasure, not requirement. For someone who walks alone, having no friends right now doesn't signal failure or deficiency. It reflects a deliberate decision to value quality over quantity. In a culture that pressures you to accumulate followers and fill your social calendar. She understands that meaningful relationships are rare and worth waiting for. She refuses to water down her connections with surface-level interaction, valuing depth and authenticity over simple proximity. This discernment shows respect for herself and others because she recognizes that genuine friendship can't be manufactured or forced. It has to grow organically from mutual understanding and trust. Real friendship is complicated, requiring shared values, respect, and give and take. For a woman on this path, choosing friends becomes intentional rather than accidental. She's not driven by fear of being alone or pressure to conform. She's motivated by a desire to build connections that enrich her life without erasing her individuality. This intentionality ensures her relationships are rooted in mutual respect, allowing everyone involved to thrive without compromising authenticity. It also shields her from draining, toxic, or one-sided relationships that stunt personal growth. Walking alone also lets you rethink what companionship actually means. Without constant company, you learn to distinguish between wanting connection and needing validation. Many people seek friends to fill internal emptiness, to confirm their worth, to distract from inner turmoil. But a woman who walks alone discovers that authentic friendship springs not from neediness, but from wholeness. She's not looking for friends to complete her. She wants companions for the journey. This shift in perspective moves her focus from accumulating relationships to nurturing quality ones, helping her recognize and invest in connections that truly enrich. Friendships, like all living things, change over time. For someone walking alone, the absence of friends might reflect a transitional season rather than a permanent condition. Friendships formed in one chapter may not carry forward into the next, and that's natural, even necessary for growth. By walking alone, she learns to release relationships that no longer align with her values or direction. This releasing isn't rejection. It's affirmation of her journey, recognition that some paths naturally diverge. Walking alone also cultivates deeper appreciation for whatever friendships she does maintain or develop later. Absence really does make the heart grow fonder. And for someone in this season, time apart from others deepens gratitude for moments of genuine connection when they do occur. When she engages with friends, it's meaningful and intentional, free from superficiality or mere routine. This quality over quantity approach ensures her friendships aren't just enduring, they're deeply satisfying. Being alone allows her to expand her definition of friendship beyond traditional notions. Beyond close companions, she begins recognizing friendship in various forms. In a stranger's kindness, a passerby's shared smile, an unspoken bond with others on similar journeys. These brief connections, though fleeting, remind her that companionship exists in many forms and doesn't always need to conform to societal expectations of long-term commitment or exclusivity. By choosing friends carefully, a woman who walks alone also strengthens her ability to establish boundaries. She understands that not every relationship benefits her, and that true friendship respects individuality. Her ability to decline shallow or harmful connections reflects inner strength and self-respect. This discernment protects her emotional well-being and ensures her energy goes toward relationships that mutually uplift. Walking alone teaches the importance of being good company for yourself. Without friends present, you learn to become your own confidant, supporter, source of joy. This self-reliance doesn't negate friendship's value. It enhances it. When you do form connections, you approach them from abundance rather than lack, offering your full self without expecting others to fill a void. Your friendships therefore become acts of shared generosity rather than need-based transactions. For a woman who walks alone, friendship isn't necessity. It's gift. It's a deliberate choice made intense, a testament to her understanding of her worth, her ability to discern genuine connection, and her commitment to authentic living. Every single person is a unique composition of experiences, characteristics, and dreams, shaped by visible and invisible forces. For a woman who walks alone, individuality becomes her compass, guiding her through a world constantly pressuring conformity. Walking alone gives her freedom to explore identity without external expectations bearing down. In solitude, she learns to listen to her own voice, honor her distinctive qualities, embrace her individuality as strength rather than barrier to belonging. This self-discovery journey isn't retreat from the world. It's a deliberate step toward understanding her unique place within it. Individuality forms the cornerstone of purpose. Everyone has a role to play, a mission only they can accomplish. For a woman who walks alone, the absence of constant companionship creates space to ask profound questions. Who am I, really? Why am I here? What am I meant to do with this one life? These questions, while challenging, are essential for uncovering purpose. In a society that often equates purpose with productivity or status, she resists the temptation to conform to predetermined roles. Instead, she defines success on her own terms, seeking meaning in her unique passions and talents. Walking alone also sharpens her ability to discern what truly matters. Without distracting opinions, she's free to evaluate her values, priorities, and goals. This clarity helps her align actions with beliefs, creating a life that reflects her authenticity. While others get swept along by societal trends or peer pressure, she stands firm, rooted in knowledge of who she is and what she stands for. This unwavering sense of self not only guides decisions but also inspires others to honor their own individuality. Individuality isn't only about self-expression, it's also about self-acceptance. For a woman who walks alone, embracing uniqueness often involves confronting insecurities and doubts. Solitude offers space to reflect on internal struggles, understand their origins, work through them with grace. In this process, she learns to celebrate strengths and acknowledge weaknesses, recognizing both are integral to identity. This self-acceptance becomes a powerful foundation for purpose, allowing her to approach life with confidence and authenticity. Individuality feeds creativity and innovation. A woman who walks alone isn't confined by group expectations or the need to conform. She has freedom to think independently, explore new ideas, challenge conventional wisdom. Her solitude becomes fertile ground for creativity, where imagination flourishes unencumbered by fear of judgment. Whether she expresses individuality through art, problem-solving, or unconventional thinking, her unique perspective adds richness and depth to the world around her. But walking alone also deepens understanding of diversity. By embracing her own individuality, she learns to appreciate others' uniqueness. She recognizes that everyone has their own path to walk, their own purpose to fulfill. This awareness fosters empathy and respect, allowing meaningful engagement without losing her sense of self. She doesn't view individuality as division. She sees it as celebration of infinite human variety. Individuality comes with challenges. A woman who walks alone often faces societal pressure to conform, to fit predefined roles, to seek validation through comparison. However, she understands these pressures reflect collective insecurity rather than true measures of worth. Her choice to walk her own path requires courage, often meaning standing apart from the crowd. Yet in doing so, she becomes a beacon for others, demonstrating the power of authenticity and the freedom that comes with embracing individuality. Purpose is deeply intertwined with individuality. For a woman who walks alone, her unique combination of talents, experiences, and perspectives equips her to contribute to the world in ways no one else can. Whether her purpose involves creating beauty, solving problems, or inspiring others, she approaches it with confidence that comes from knowing she's uniquely suited to the task. Her individuality isn't limitation, it's asset, enabling her to navigate life with direction and fulfillment. Walking alone also provides opportunity to redefine her relationship with community. While her individuality sets her apart, it doesn't isolate her. Instead, it allows engagement with others from a place of authenticity. She doesn't seek to blend in or be like everyone else. Rather, she brings her unique perspective to the table, enriching the collective with her distinct voice. This balance between individuality and connection reflects the beauty of human diversity, a tapestry woven from countless unique lives. Seeking validation from others is a subtle trap that quietly erodes self-worth and distorts identity. For a woman who walks alone, the absence of external affirmation offers opportunity to recognize this danger and break free from its grip. Validation, while temporarily satisfying, is fleeting and unreliable, depending on unpredictable opinions and moods of others. By choosing to walk her path alone, she learns to build her sense of worth on a more solid foundation, one rooted in intrinsic value rather than shifting tides of external approval. When someone becomes dependent on validation, their self-esteem is tied to external factors, making them vulnerable to others' whims. Praise and compliments may uplift momentarily, but criticism or neglect can plunge them into self-doubt. For a woman who walks alone, this dependency is a risk she cannot afford. Her solitary journey forces her to confront insecurities and find within herself the reassurance and encouragement she might otherwise seek from others. This process isn't easy, but it's transformative, enabling her to cultivate inner strength that remains unshaken by external circumstances. The need for validation often stems from fear of rejection or desire to belong. Society teaches people, especially women, that their value is reflected in how others perceive them through appearance, achievements, or social connections. However, a woman who walks alone begins seeing through this illusion. She understands that seeking validation often leads to loss of authenticity, as one may conform to others' expectations or suppress their true self to gain approval. Walking alone gives her freedom to be unapologetically herself without worrying about perception. The quest for validation can also lead to overdependence on relationships. A woman who relies on others for affirmation may feel compelled to maintain unfulfilling or even harmful connections. She might fear being alone, mistaking solitude for abandonment. In contrast, a woman who walks alone learns to value herself independently of relationships. She recognizes her worth isn't determined by her ability to meet others' expectations or fit predefined roles. This realization empowers her to set healthy boundaries and prioritize well-being over need for approval. Another danger of seeking validation is that it stifles growth and creativity. When actions are driven by desire for praise, people may hesitate to take risks or venture into uncharted territory. Fear of failure or criticism can become paralyzing, leading to mediocrity and missed opportunities. A woman who walks alone, however, learns to embrace failure as a natural part of growth. Without pressure to impress others, she feels free to explore potential, innovate, and pursue passions without fear of judgment. Seeking validation can also distort priorities. When focused on gaining approval, people may prioritize others' opinions over their own values and aspirations. This can lead to a life that feels hollow and unfulfilling, as actions are driven by external expectations rather than inner conviction. A woman who walks alone learns to align her life with her own values, even if it means going against the grain. She understands that true fulfillment comes not from pleasing others, but from living authentically and pursuing what truly matters to her. Walking alone also teaches embracing imperfections. Seeking validation often involves presenting a polished, idealized version of oneself, hiding flaws to gain acceptance. However, in solitude, there's no audience to impress, no need to maintain a facade. This freedom allows her to confront vulnerabilities and accept herself as she is, flaws and all. This self-acceptance becomes a powerful antidote to the need for external approval, as she learns to find worth in her humanity rather than in perfection. A woman who walks alone develops deeper understanding of her own motivations. She becomes attuned to subtle ways the desire for validation can influence decisions, and she learns to question whether her actions are truly aligned with values or driven by need to be liked. This self-awareness enables her to make choices reflecting her authentic self rather than ones designed to earn praise or avoid criticism. Over time, this practice strengthens confidence and allows her to live with integrity. The absence of external validation opens the door to self-compassion. A woman who walks alone learns to give herself the kindness and encouragement she might previously have sought from others. She becomes her own advocate, celebrating successes and offering herself grace in moments of failure. This self-compassion not only strengthens resilience, but also creates inner peace and contentment that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. By rejecting the pursuit of validation, a woman who walks alone finds freedom to be herself, to grow, to create, and to live authentically. Her worth is no longer tied to what others think, but is firmly rooted in her own recognition of her inherent value. Self-discovery is one of the most profound journeys anyone can undertake, yet it requires solitude and introspection. Space is often difficult to embrace in a world valuing constant interaction and external stimulation. For a woman who walks alone, the gift of self-discovery is one of the most empowering aspects of her solitary journey. Walking alone isn't escape from the world, but deliberate choice to engage deeply with herself, to peel back layers of identity, and to uncover truths hidden beneath societal expectations and external pressures. Self-discovery begins with quieting external voices. In a society where opinions are constantly voiced through social media, conversations, and advertisements, it's easy to lose sight of your own desires, values, and aspirations. When a woman walks alone, she creates space where these outside influences no longer dominate. This absence of noise provides opportunity to listen to her own thoughts and feelings without distraction. Through reflection, she can assess what truly matters to her, what she values in life, what motivates her actions. It's in these moments of solitude that she begins gaining clearer understanding of her purpose and potential. In solitude, there's also opportunity to confront fears, insecurities, and unresolved emotions. Walking alone doesn't shield you from discomfort, but gives you a chance to face these aspects head-on. It can be intense to sit with your own vulnerability, but in doing so, you learn to integrate these parts into a stronger, more balanced identity. You come to realize that your imperfections, your past struggles, your emotional scars aren't weaknesses to hide, but essential components of growth. By embracing them, You begin understanding your own resilience and the depth of your inner strength. Self-discovery also involves recognizing the many layers of identity, some of which may have been neglected or overlooked in the pursuit of approval from others. Society often imposes narrow definitions of who a woman is supposed to be, which can overshadow her authentic self. Walking alone allows freedom to explore different facets of personality, talents, and desires. She might discover hidden passions she'd long suppressed, or talents she'd never dared cultivate. In solitude, she's free to experiment, to fail, to rise again, unburdened by others' expectations. As she uncovers her true self, she also learns to trust her intuition and instincts. The noise of others' opinions often drowns out subtle whispers of the inner voice that guides us toward deepest truths. Walking alone teaches her to listen closely to this voice, to honor it, to follow its guidance without second-guessing. She becomes more attuned to her own feelings, whether joy, discomfort, or curiosity, and learns to make decisions based on what feels right for her, not on what others may think or expect. This trust in herself and her intuition leads to greater confidence in her choices and her path. Through self-discovery, a woman who walks alone also develops a stronger sense of autonomy. She learns she's capable of navigating life's challenges on her own, without relying on external sources of validation or support. This doesn't mean she isolates herself or rejects help when needed. Rather, it means she's developed deep belief in her own ability to face whatever comes her way. She's no longer driven by fear or insecurity, but by knowledge that she has inner resources to handle life's uncertainties with grace and strength. Another important aspect of self-discovery is understanding limits and boundaries. Solitude offers time and space to reflect on past experiences, particularly those where boundaries may have been crossed or ignored. By looking inward, you learn what you're willing to tolerate and what you're not. This self-awareness allows you to protect your energy, engage in relationships that are healthy and nurturing, and let go of those that are toxic or draining. You become more selective about where and how you invest your time, energy, and emotions, ensuring each decision aligns with your evolving sense of self. Self-discovery also expands capacity for self-compassion. In solitude, you're forced to confront your own imperfections and shortcomings, but you also learn to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. You recognize that growth is a process, not a destination, and that setbacks are a natural part of the journey. This compassion becomes a wellspring of emotional resilience, allowing you to recover more quickly from challenges and maintain positive outlook even in difficult times. It's in self-discovery that you come to understand you're worthy of love and respect, not because of achievements or external validation, but because of your inherent worth as a person. Self-discovery doesn't happen overnight. It's a continuous process that deepens over time. As a woman who walks alone moves through different life stages, she may uncover new layers of herself, reevaluate old beliefs, or redefine goals. With each step, she learns more about what brings her joy, what ignites her passion, what she wants to contribute to the world. This ongoing process of self-discovery allows her to live with intention and purpose, making choices that reflect her true self rather than expectations or limitations imposed by others. The gift of self-discovery is ultimately a gift of empowerment. By walking alone, a woman not only learns to understand and appreciate herself, but also discovers the immense potential residing within her. She gains deep awareness of her own strengths, weaknesses, desires, and values, and this awareness becomes the foundation upon which she builds her life. Walking alone isn't a solitary act of isolation, but an act of profound self-connection, one that leads to greater fulfillment, creativity, and purpose. Solitude is often misunderstood. In a society that prizes connectivity, constant interaction, and social validation, the idea of embracing solitude may seem like an act of loneliness or isolation. However, for a woman who walks alone, solitude is not an absence of connection, but a vital part of personal growth, clarity, and inner strength. It's in solitude that she cultivates the fortitude to stand independently, develop resilience, and discover the power of being content in her own company. Far from being negative, solitude offers her opportunity to recharge, reflect, and reconnect with herself at the deepest level. In solitude, you also develop emotional resilience. Life inevitably presents challenges, and while it's comforting to seek solace in others during difficult times, solitude teaches you how to endure hardship independently. You learn that you don't always need someone else to validate your feelings or offer solutions to your problems. Instead, solitude offers space to process emotions, confront struggles, and find strength within yourself. The ability to sit with discomfort without running from it or seeking immediate relief is a key aspect of emotional maturity, and solitude is a perfect environment for cultivating this skill. Solitude also allows you to develop greater self-awareness. Without the noise of external influences, you can focus inward, gaining deeper understanding of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This self-awareness is crucial for personal growth, as it helps you recognize patterns, make better decisions, and learn from past experiences. Through solitude, you have time and space to reflect on your actions, aspirations, and life choices without judgment or opinions of others clouding your clarity. It's in these moments of introspection that you become more attuned to your own values, purpose, and authentic desires. Another strength that solitude nurtures is the ability to cultivate independence. A woman who embraces solitude becomes less reliant on others for approval, validation, or emotional support. She learns to trust her own instincts, make decisions based on inner wisdom, and take responsibility for her own well-being. While relationships with others remain important, solitude teaches her that she doesn't need external sources to define her sense of self-worth. Instead, she becomes the authority on her own life, empowered to pursue her goals and dreams without influence of societal pressures or external expectations. Solitude also fosters creativity and innovation. In the quiet of solitude, the mind is free to wander and explore new ideas. Without distractions of constant social interaction, you can engage in deep thinking, problem solving, and self-expression. Whether you channel creativity into writing, art, music, or business ventures, solitude offers mental space to innovate, take risks, and explore ideas that might not arise in a more crowded or busy environment. You learn that creativity doesn't need to be fueled by external stimuli, but can be nourished from within, allowing you to express yourself more fully and authentically. Solitude strengthens your ability to set and respect boundaries. In a world where people often feel obligated to meet others' needs and expectations, solitude offers safe space to define personal limits. When walking alone, you learn what you will and won't tolerate in your life, and you gain confidence to assert these boundaries. You understand that saying no to others is not an act of selfishness, but an affirmation of your own needs and priorities. Solitude helps you recognize that protecting your emotional, mental, and physical well-being is not only acceptable but necessary for growth. Through solitude, you also learn to accept and embrace your own flaws and imperfections. Without pressures of comparison or constant need to meet others' standards, You gain freedom to be vulnerable and authentic. Solitude offers chance to confront insecurities without judgment, to practice self-compassion, and to work through areas where you feel less confident. In doing so, you develop profound sense of self-acceptance that strengthens resilience and builds self-esteem. This acceptance, nurtured in solitude, becomes foundation from which you can approach the world with greater confidence and peace of mind. Solitude is also a powerful tool for healing. In the busyness of life, it can be easy to overlook emotional wounds or past traumas, but solitude provides time and space for deep healing to occur. A woman who embraces solitude can begin to process unresolved pain, release old grudges, and make peace with her past. Without distractions of everyday life, she's able to face these wounds head-on and work through them at her own pace. Healing in solitude is not an overnight process, but it allows her to approach emotions with tenderness and care, ultimately leading to greater emotional freedom and growth. Solitude enables you to reconnect with your deeper sense of spirituality. Without noise and distractions of the outside world, you can reconnect with your inner sense of purpose and the spiritual dimensions of your life. Whether through meditation, prayer, nature, or simple reflection, solitude allows you to cultivate deeper relationship with yourself and with whatever higher power or belief system resonates with you. This spiritual grounding strengthens your sense of peace, purpose, and direction, helping you navigate life